Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Vamfrieze, and I know it's been a very while since I last did a deck profile video for you guys, and tonight, well, yeah, it's actually tonight, I decided to do a deck profile video for you guys, and it's an update video for my Destined 1 of Time Liael Odium. Now, I've really been loving this deck for a very while now, ever since its first debut came out. Don't get me wrong, Liael will always be my favorite. But this deck, it's not because of how good the build and the playstyle is. It's because when I see Odium, it reminds me of me because I'm a big fan of Angels, Fallen Angels anyways. So it's kind of bringing a little piece of a nostalgic. But this deck has now undergone a few changes as well since last Saturday. It was a box shop tournament for BT7 Midnight Cerulean Blaze, I think it was called. Now, sadly, though, I lost 3 rounds and I won 2 wins, which is very unfortunate, but I was not able to secure a win to win a box. So it was a sad thing for me, and I was starting to have a bit of a migraine. But overall, I did get some good trades in. I did get some cards I was looking for. And I was also just having the fun of my life. The best time of my life. And this is the final deck profile. Or, not final deck profile, sorry. This is also an updated video for a character deck profile for Hikari Myodo. Because this is the set that has set 7 support in it as well. Just a little bit. The rest are generics, which, you know, nowadays everybody's going generics nowadays, and it's really dumb. And quick little update on Hikari Myodo. After the Destined showdown, she did go to the same high school as her brother Akina, and I don't know what grade she is in right now, but hopefully that's a good thing at least. And even to then, she's still playing Liael Odium, and she also gained some new support cards, some new cards from the Set 7 collection, which I luckily had some. I'm still missing a few, but it'll be a full Odium deck probably hopefully soon. But for now, we just gotta use what we gotta use. And so, let's get on with the video, and I'll just tell you what I've changed a little bit more into this. Also, if you guys don't like the short video I did on the last Liael Odium tournament deck profile or shop tournament deck right there, I really am sorry. The lighting was just kind of shitty, like in my living room. So now we're actually in my bedroom, and I'm on the floor with a table, so it's okay. It should be. Now, if you see any glare from because we're on top of literally the lighting, so hopefully it won't affect the lighting too much. So, let's jump into the right deck first. So first of all, we have the energy generator, which, you know, everybody's not really using this card, so it was actually a waste of product as it is. But I know why some people wanted to have it, because you have supposed to have these cards in a tournament along with the energy counters, which, you know, everybody wants to use those more instead because it doesn't want to use the energy cards. I get it. For grade 0, we're still using Gear Quetzal because it's my personal choice and personal preference, and I want to keep the right line as the pure base as possible, while everyone else using like Chronodran or Direful Doll, Tonya, or even the Cavity Magia for Blankmeyer. But this is just my personal preference. Of course, we also have Steam main Tiglatt, grade 2 Life Cessation Colossus, and the boss herself, my new avatar, Destined 1 of Time Liael Odium. And I know you all say, like, really, you said it about every single female avatar you have. It's okay to have more than one female avatar at a time, especially in different eras of Vanguard. Like, in the very beginning, it was basically Amaterasu. Now, years later, here we are with Liael Odium. It just goes, like, the time of what I liked and what not liked. So that is the confirmed ride line for me, and of course we also have the Destined sleeves to show this is actually a Destined 1 deck. Now, on to the main deck, which you guys know by now, my trigger lineup has not really changed too much, or actually, it doesn't change at all. And I know a lot of you are just sick and tired of seeing the same triggers. You're like, ugh, so fucking boring. I may be boring as hell. I'm so sorry. Not sorry. Now, for heals, I still play Mal-Nigal. I've been wanting to get the demonic one that is a world exclusive card. The one that doesn't show on the card, but she's a 15k shield. I forgot what her name is, but she's like a succubus, and I really like that one more than this one. But you gotta do what you gotta do to make it more blingy and more bougie, even though it's probably cheap. Now, of course, we're still playing 8 criticals in this deck, so we have 4 Flinty slashers, 4 stem deviant dragons, and I'm glad I actually put this one in because this also helps you get the soul more increased, and it gives your units on the field 2k power. So that to me is not still a bad thing. Now, the front trigger of choice, of course, for me is Diabolos, the girl's Natalia, mainly for the extra 5k shield value. And I know a lot of the other ones are using the new front triggers because they have a soul ability. When it's done by the Guardian Circle, you put it straight into soul. So I might try that eventually if I get my fucking hands on the ones I have currently at the shop, and hopefully my shop manager doesn't throw them away. Hope not. But yeah. So for now, I'm using Natalia because I still want 20k shield value for, my guards. And of course, I still use Vamfrieze. He's just a nice little exclusive world card to use. I don't mind gouge my health. Everyone might tell me to try the create elemental ones, like the water one, the fire one, the dark, the light, or whatever the case might be. I just go with the damn straight dark state one. I'm sorry, but I go straight to that one. And that is my grade 0 lineup. And of course, you can't have the Odium deck without the Odium sleeves themselves. So there you go. Now, I did change this deck a little bit more. I did increase the grade 1s maybe a little too much, and grade 2s. But I'm going to tell you what I changed, and I'll explain everything, because this will happen in the tournament as well. So, in the beginning, I did play 4 C-main Zimrys. Now, I took one out because the grade 2 Colossus, I always started out with 2 Gear Colossuses, instant Asserter Colossuses. The new grade 2 for the set 7 collection. Now, I had Zimry at 4 at first, and, I did tell the one who gave me Colossus that it was okay for me to use the copy I got from him in my deck, and he said it's totally fine. So it wasn't a really big a deal tournaments. Like, I know it's probably considered cheating to some people, but this wasn't a really big deal. It was just adding some new cards to increase your deck's power. There's no actual registration in the deck itself, and if so, I probably just forgot to do it, but other than that, it was not really a big deal. So I did cut 1 Zimry, but I did play 4 at first. Now, I do love Zimry's ability because she is a boosting partner for Liael Odium. She possesses the same abilities as the other boosters for their counterparts, their grade 3 devotes. Yeah, you get what I mean. If this unit boosted Liael, extra 2,000 power. If your Vanguard is Liael in his name, additional 5k boost, so that's 7k, and she's an automatic 15k booster. Now, her unique ability is that at the end of the battle, she does retire herself, and either you have the option of countercharge 1 card from the damage zone, or energy charge 3. So that's just a good little option. So I might bump her back up to 4 when everything starts calming down a little bit. Now, the next card we have that used to be up 4 of, and I'll tell you, is Steam Fighter Labarna. And I cut her down to 1 for the same reason, for the new Asunder Colossus. Just because I want to get Colossus in there because of her ability. Now, I think you're all probably going to be like wondering, like, that's a little bit illegal to do, but you do you. It wasn't really a competitive tournament, so it was competitive for a damn booster box. That's all it was, pretty much. I wanted to gain the experience of this deck more, and I wanted to increase its strength. Now, here is a next card that I always had the fence about, but I think it did very well for me. 4 copies of Opener of Heart Philya. When this unit boosts, if your opponent has 1 or less rear guards, or you play an order this turn, this unit gets 5k power and to the end of that battle. And at the end of that battle, put this unit into soul and draw a card. So for close to $53 for 4 mangas, she's a manga exclusive promo, which, personally, if you ask me, the person told me it was like $10 each, so it was like $40. But I guess with tax and everything, it's like, okay, that's kind of fucked up. But thanks. Now, I can see why she's a very good generic to have for any deck possible because of that ability alone. And sometimes Darkseid does rely on the soul a lot. Hell, she could be a lot better in Draw Jewel as well. And so we found out the new Draw Jewel Grade 3 is going to happen in set 10. We don't know if this is going to be good or bad or kind of get fucked up a little bit. But we'll see in the future. But yeah, Philya is not a bad card to have. And she's roughly around maybe $15 each. So I think I got a major good deal by just buying 4 mangas. I'm actually reading one of them right now because I want to read the story on Skyride. But that's just me. I'm kind of a bit of a nerd. Now, for perfect guard of choice, of course, I like my demons. So I like my Ridicule Disruptors at 3. And I also play the Blitz order Elementaria Sanctitude. Now, I think the other one, someone told me that the other one was better. As long as you don't have any other units in the energy crest, other than nothing in the crest other than the energy generator. So I thought you have to, discard one. Probably not. I might start using that one as well. But yeah, this is the grade 1 lineup that I currently have built. Grade 2, it was very low, like I said. Now, I do have for the final build, I play 4 Colossus, instant Asunder Colossus. Now, she has the same ability. The first ability is, when she's in a Regress gauge, you can Counter Blast 1 card and put 1 card from your drop into a Regress gauge, and if I did, call her to rear guard. So she has the same ability as Anachronist Dragon. Her unique ability, though, however, is when she attacks, you Soul Blast 2 cards from your soul, draw a card, and she instantly gains 5,000 power and end the turn. So it just costs you a soul, and I can see why Philya and Labarna are pretty good for this deck as well, because they produce the soul. So eventually, like I said, I replaced, I started off with 2, and then I got 2 more down the line, until the final recipe is this, pretty much. Now, the other generics I play is 2 Clean Sweep Dragons, because I do like the skill. I do play 2 copies of Fame Blazing Demonic Lady Oriens. When this unit is placed on rearguard other than by the unit's card ability, if you played a normal order this turn, Soul Blast 1. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose and reveal up to 1 card with a grade less 10 or equal to your opponent's Vanguard from among them, and call the rearguard if it is a unit card, and put it into your hand if it's a normal order. Shuffle the deck. His other skill is, when this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater units, Soul Blast 3 cards, draw a card, and this unit gets 5,000 power and is in a turn. So I used to play her at 4 but now I cut her down to, just a little bit more, and see what I can find for Philya and something else. So there's been a lot of replacements as of late. And of course, the Blitz order I do use is my Regress Piece Protection Twin Cast, just because it's pretty good for the drop zone as well to guard. So that is now my official grade 2 lineup. And of course, the grade 3, we always have to stick with the same thing. I do play 3 more copies of Liael Odium for the Persona Right ability, 4 copies of Anachronist Dragon. I might cut down maybe 1 Anachronist, but for right now, I want to max out all of the Liael support. And of course, the main deck, that relies on this is 4 copies of Distorted Bane. Now, I know a lot of people have the luxury frame rare version of this card that is grossly overpriced, but I have plenty of the rares as it is, so it's not a bad image on me. But yeah, that is the confirmed, well, not confirmed, This is the full update video for Destined One of Time Liael Odium's deck profile. And I gotta say, it's not a bad look. And if you guys do have a question about what my matchups were in the shop tournament for the box tournament, I will tell you right now. Round 1, I was up against Aggro Sirens, and I lost 2-0 on that one, unfortunately, because of how good the deck is. I found out firsthand. My second opponent was Boss Sagra, the new one, and that one personally killed me 2-0 as I lost twice. And my third opponent was a Vergilia player. He was a newcomer, and he somewhat did okay with the deck, not too much, but I kind of knew the deck anyways, inside and out, so it wasn't really much of an advantage, and it was just a quick win. I felt bad, but, you know, he's still learning, hopefully. And round 4, it was a matchup because it's like been reversal. It was a rematch against Boss Sagra's Akasha, and I won 2-0 against that because my opponent did not really have a good hand, and I know that's very douchey for me to say, but that's the truth. And my last opponent was an Aggro Siren, a good player that I know, who's also a good friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, and that's why I don't feel salty of losing to him, because, you know, he's pretty cool, and I'm starting to play the deck myself, so try to learn some new tricks and branch out. But yeah, this is my update video for Destined One of Time Liael Odium. If you guys have any questions or anything whatsoever about this deck itself, or your thoughts on it and what you think should be better, send me some comments. Send me a list down the bottom down below in the comments down below. I'm more than happy to look through it, and I just want to see what your thoughts are and what's good, and yeah, you know, just get a little conversation starting. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you guys like the content I do create on my channel whatsoever, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Show some love to it. Give it a thumbs up, like it, leave a comment down below, and yeah, if you guys have any good ideas whatsoever, as long as they're respectful, and not salty, because I know a lot of people to do that sometimes. But anyways, you guys, that's all I have to say. And as always, I've been your host, Siren Frost, signing out.